before starting the game, or before starting playing the game, it gives you options to rename the coach. So I did, and I renamed it to Waffles Gaming. I didn't choose an old man as the avatar because why not? After that, I chose my favorite NFL team, Seattle. I proceeded to do the tutorial, which I failed at some drills. As you can see here, this is just me learning, or not learning, but the tutorial telling me what to do. But this is actually completing drills, which weren't too hard at most, but as you can see, I obviously failed some because I'm just not a pro at this game, which is kind of sad. After the tutorial, though, which was fairly simple, I could finally hop into my first game. It was still against the Arizona Cardinals. This game would be super easy, as I think it was kind of like a free win for you because, it's just a tutorial game. But, yeah, I was dominating the whole time, and they never scored on me. Toward the end of the game, I was starting to stat pat with my QB, but it's fine because I can just get him more XP. As you can see here, I'm just kind of running out the clock. Well, not really, but trying to get as many touchdowns as I can. And I went for 2 on a lot. That wasn't one of them, but I think after 3 touchdowns, I started going for 2 on a lot of the plays. And I think on this game, I also ran for 50-plus yards, which you do get an achievement for. Now, see, this is towards this right here. After I scored this touchdown, it was kind of like a grind after because, 14-0, and you still got another 4 minutes left to go. So I started just to try to stat time my QB, and this play was awesome. Scored right before halftime. Yeah, here we go. This is when I started going for 2. Got my first achievement for going on a 2-point conversion. And then this run was insane. 57-yard run, which led to, I think, 2 more plays after that, or I guess 3 more, for an easy touchdown. Another achievement, scoring with the QB. Now, as I said earlier, I started stat padding with him during the fourth quarter because, we're up 30-0. And the more you score touchdowns and give passing yards, you can upgrade him with XP. So I tried doing that thinking I could level him up with throwing abilities. This was another great play, which I scored on, 50-yard touchdown. And then I went for 2 and converted. And I won 44-0, shutting them out. And then I claimed my coins and boosted my running back's morale, which was a bonus. I then started a new season after skipping the playoffs, which I'm surprised the Jacksonville Jaguars were in the Super Bowl. And then after the new season, you can go to the draft. Round 1, I selected a person called Kelly Ballar, who had a 5-star potential. I knew I had to choose him, knowing that the other picks weren't as good as him. The next 2 rounds, they weren't very interesting. I drafted an O-line and a DB that would help support the back for the defense and help protect my QB more on the offense. After the draft, though, I just started a new season, and you'll see it was pretty easy against the Cleveland Browns. It was the first game that I played against, and it was similar to the tutorial game, which I was just blowing them out, pass after pass. It was just easy. I also was stat padding with this QB, and after the game, I actually got a few upgrades. I upgraded my wide receiver and one of the O-line that I drafted, which was good. After scoring 3 touchdowns, it was kind of a grind to get the game over with because I knew they weren't going to come back. So I was just the tutorial stat padding with my QB and trying to get as much XP as I could. Hope you guys enjoyed this content. And if you do, make sure to like and subscribe. Always helps out the channel.